I sat down with my mother and told her something that I had been keeping from her for 22 years. From the time that I was 14 years old until I was 16, I was sexually assaulted. It was scary and confusing. It was humiliating. And even though I can genuinely say that my mom and I have always had a close relationship, I never told her. Even with recent movements bringing the topics of sexual abuse and sexual assault into mainstream conversation, I stayed silent. And I guarantee that for every brave soul who said, "Me too," there were countless others who didn't, who still haven't. Why didn't those people speak up earlier? Why didn't I? Because of the shame. Because of that feeling inside telling me that what happened to me was my fault. We all hear that voice sometimes. It tells us things like, you aren't good enough, you aren't smart enough, you can't give a TED Talk. We hear that voice and it becomes difficult to hear anything else. We begin to agonize over what other people will think of us, how they will judge us if they found out our darkest secrets. Shame is so powerful that it can become part of who we are. I told my mom what happened to me, and one of the first things that she said was, "Oh, Kristen, I've been wondering what's been driving you so hard all of these years." She could see it before I could. My shame was so deep-rooted that I had overcompensated by trying to be perfect in every other area of my life, trying to build the perfect family, the perfect career, by trying to exhibit control instead of the chaos I felt inside. I have been trying my entire life to orchestrate how the world perceives me, because inside I haven't felt good enough. She always said that I burned the candle at both ends, and now she knew why. Some people may be more prone to shame than others, but sexual abuse doesn't discriminate. It has the ability to make even the most confident of us think painful, negative thoughts. Why? Because it takes away control over the one thing in this life that is supposed to be truly and entirely our own, our bodies. I've been haunted by one thought since my experience first began. As I tried to make sense of what happened to me, I thought to myself, this is all my fault. I didn't say no good enough. Next time, I'll say no better. I've questioned why that was my go-to response and why my shame was so deep and heavy that it paralyzed me from speaking my truth for so long. And now that I'm the parent of two amazing children, I constantly wonder what I can do and what we can all do as a society to get ahead of the shame and instead empower our children to know without a doubt